all figured out. If anybody ever wants to kiss me, what you have to do is you have to chain me to the furniture somehow and then just play Ricky Lee Jones. That'll do it. Because I was just here. And I turned on Ricky Lee, and that stupid fantasy was there again. And I think this woman is just too Tomasic. She's just super Tomasic, right? So what I was thinking about was, I thought, okay, I have to watch this movie again, Brewster's Millions, because it is so the metaphor for my life. It's about a guy who has to make money by spending money, but really by spending it and getting rid of it, and being broke all the time, and just being broke all the time, and getting rid of the money, and nobody's able to understand what he's doing, and he's not allowed to tell anybody what he's doing. That's one of the conditions, okay? So this is a perfect metaphor for me, because all my life what I've been doing, throwing away my stuff and trying not to be materialistic, and trying to but here's the thing. People may have a question why it is that there's poverty. Excuse me. Okay, I have to tell you what I'm doing. This is really gross. It looks really strange, and I wish I had a video of this, but I'm not going to video this. I am using the ear of a fox to cover the microphone so it doesn't make weird noises when I spit into it and puff on it, huffing and puffing and puffing. I'm puffing and huffing and huffing at the microphone. It's not doing anything because it is stuck through the hole of a skin. Oh, excuse me. It's very dusty. The skin, the fur of a fox that I found somewhere. One time I was digging the trash. This is another one of my occupations, trash picker. I found a fox skin, its head. Somebody had skinned a fox, and this is the head, and it's got the little nose on the front, and it has holes where the eyes and the ears are. And the ears are kind of pushed in. I have to get close enough to the microphone so that this will pick me up properly, pick my voice up, but every time I breathe I'm sucking in some dust. So what was I talking about? And I tested it and it sounds really good, so I hope that this one is also working well. People don't understand about poverty, and they don't understand about the two different kinds of people in the universe. There are two paths in the universe. There's one path going one direction and one path going the other direction. But in point of fact, everything is circular, everything is a cycle, and it's all one path. But when people are on one side of the thing, like, they say every coin has two sides. Well, this is how it works. On one side of it, it looks one way. On the other side, it looks the other way. And you really shouldn't mix the two, because it's like negative and positive. It's like trying to push the two, the poles of the magnet together that aren't supposed to go together. It's like that. So you really shouldn't mix up the stuff, because some people are on one path and other people are on the other path. Now, I don't want to tell this secret because it is a big secret. First of all, I have to say, before we get into this, life is so easy, people. But the thing that's difficult about life is that people make it complicated, and you've heard this 100 million times. If you're on any kind of spiritual path, you've heard this, and you know that it's true intellectually, but emotionally and integrally and in every other way you can't make heads or tails of it, and this is why you keep screwing up. Because life really is simple. And if I would be able to tell you now the simplicity of life, so to have you recognize it, it would be just jolly. Everybody would be happy. But we can't do this because everybody is stuck in their own metaphor of their own existence. They're stuck in their own idea about what it has to be. So I can't tell you how to get here where I am right now, which is feels really fine. And I might not be here too long, too. I might capsize tomorrow, go back into my shit, and back into feeling miserable. That might happen, into my self-pity and all of this complicated stuff that was going on. This is very possible. It's only grace that has me here in this moment. Oh, here we go again. Oh, it's so much dust. Oh. Anyway, I thought I would rather have me suffer than you suffer. Every time that I get near the microphone close enough for it to pick me up, it also picks up my breath and makes this puffing sound. So, the truth about poverty is that there are people who are on one side of the coin, or who think they are, okay? And then there's people who are on the other side of the coin. This is a nice way of putting it. And poverty is actually a result of confusion. That's all it is. It's mental confusion. People are impoverished because they are mentally confused. They don't know what's going on. And they keep moving in a certain way, thinking that's going to help. Isn't that going to help? It's going to make things worse. The movement that creates poverty is actually just a result of confusion, as I'm saying, okay? And in order for me not to give the game away, because earlier today I said that if I told everybody the truth, I'd get hanged. They would nail me up. And that's what would happen. And I can't tell you that right now because I'll get nailed. So it's really hard for me to explain this without using certain words and without using certain phrases, because then I'll give the whole game away. And then just it wouldn't be any fun anymore for you to try and figure it out on your own, right? Because basically, this is also what happened with me. I went to this master and I was like, well, just tell me, just tell me. And what he said, I'm just going to repeat this, because what he said, I can kind of feel this now. Kind of a little bit. Now, I'm not going to say that my consciousness is anywhere near this guy. I can't even touch him. He's way out there. But I've come to a certain peace with myself. So this man said, I have a loaded gun, but I cannot shoot. Basically what he was saying was, I have a loaded gun, and I can shoot you. Do you think I don't want to help you? Do you think I don't want you to be in the peaceful state and full of bliss and delight that I am right now? Do you think I don't want that? I want that. That's why I came. But I can't help you until you get to a certain point. I can't shoot. If I give it to you now, tomorrow you're going to die. And that just wouldn't be useful. And so that's what he said, and I can kind of understand it now, because I can feel within myself, oh, no, don't tell them that. Don't tell them that, because they'll go crazy. They'll misunderstand it, number one. Number two, if somebody would understand it, everything will get screwed up. So don't say that. So I have to somehow try to get people around to understanding what's going on. Poverty consciousness is just confusion. People don't understand what's going on with the material world. There are some people on one track and some people on another track. Let's say that one's an outward track and one's an inward track, okay? And there's some people who think that they're on an inward track and may in fact be on an inward track, and they think that the way to make really cool and fast progress on the inward track is to give up the material life and to be a total renunciate, yogi, whatever you want to call it, basically a beggar, a person who has nothing. Well, that's a mistake, okay? Now, they may not even know that that's what's motivating their consciousness, and it may be that that's what's causing them to go into this poverty thing, but basically what causes this confusion is something that people call ego. And there are different forms of ego. People don't also realize this. When you say that somebody's egoistic, people think, okay, this person has a lot of pride, that they're very puffed up and they think that they're the greatest. But it can also mean somebody